Alright, Bobby Lopez here, and we're in the continuing saga of trying to figure out whether these single-length golf clubs are a good idea or not. And the picture on the right is me, just got back from Florida at the PGA show, and you guarantee I was snooping around asking about it. It was, I wouldn't say at the rage, but the place that I really got the best information, funny enough, was not... well, let me not say anything negative, but where I really went, and just by luck, I ran into a booth that was for this new, there used to be a Professional Club Makers Society, PCS used to be called, for guys that made golf clubs on their own, where they would have to pass different exams and stuff. So you knew you had somebody fairly competent gluing the club together. And that sort of died out when the market died out for the knockoff kind of golf club. And now it's back, and sitting there talking shop with these guys who are where the rubber meets the road. They're trying to put these clubs together and everything else with it. Found out information about a guy that from England that's been doing it quite a bit. He did a whole demonstration, and then I read up on the mygolfspy.com about the guy that got the wish on the head going. Trying to accumulate all this information, all for one simple purpose that I haven't heard anybody else say. Can the average schmo that plays golf that shoots from 92 to 110 actually lower his scores by hitting the center of gravity of the golf club more often because he's only got one setup? And I've found one thing already, that I actually had to make somewhat of a swing change, and I'll explain all this in the summary when it's all over, said and done. Where I had to stand up to the ball more upright and take my club more upright. Much higher my hands are than they normally would be. Right here, and I'm looking at this video for the first time myself, quite frankly. I like this setup a little better, but right there I feel like I'm crowding the plate like you have no friggin' idea. It's unbelievable. And now that I see it, I actually could go even, well, if we look at this, it's right on the balls of the feet. But I could probably even go here, and I'm going to try that right away. I just got the graphite shafts in with another set of heads to make a whole new set in graphite, which I'm going to put together mañana, Tuesday, which I think is the last day of the month for January. So, you know where we are. So anyway, I bent these clubs to 64 degrees lie angle. And they're all built based on a 7-iron. So normally my 7-iron would be 62 for me. So I'm 2 degrees more upright than I would be. And I'd love to take them even more upright, but I don't know. DeChambeau's really upright, but that might be overdoing it. So here I had to swing more upright. To really get the results that I wanted. Okay? And you can see, let's see if we get a full speed here. This right here on the left, did I hit that? No, that's something totally different. Let me see if I can make it move though. Ah, you dog. Okay, forget that. What? Well, look, here you go. Here's something. Look at my setup here. Come on. Oh, that won't come off because it's a video. And look at my setup here. There. There. See, look how much more I would be out. See? See how I'm standing more upright here? And you want to see that. Look at that. So what I'm really saying is, I think that you really need to make, and this is what these companies are trying to do to us. They're trying to make a 7-iron that is a standard lie angle, 62.5 degrees, thinking, well, you're not going to change your swing, but we're going to make the 5-iron just as long as the wedge, and you're going to be happy. And that's what scares me the most, is that right now there's a little rage for it, but if you get enough people out there assembling these golf clubs, what I think is the wrong way, because they're in a hurry, and that's why we're taking our time. Because the only thing I have to offer you is my honesty, and I'm not just going to go on selling you a set of golf clubs just for the heck of it or to make money. I like to make money, but I want to make sure what we're doing is right, and I'll be the guinea pig. It's not a problem. See, but look at his setup, and look at how upright his clubs are. Look at this thing. Boom. Boom. Oops. Let me see if I can put him right there. And let's see if we can put... Almost. There you go. See the difference? This is here. Mine is there. But I can tell you that before, mine was there. So I'm at least a couple of degrees more upright than what I was prior, see? But look at how he takes the club straight back and up. Up, up, up. Now, here goes the Cuban. Remember, I'm 66. Stinking years old. I got a fat belly. But I'm getting that club up. Up. Then, boom, boom, be careful, don't go over it. That's the one fear that I have. It's going to be real easy to go over the top from that high a position. Here he comes down. Down, 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 down. Boom. Boom. All right, so here's what I know so far. There might be something to the idea of your irons being more accurate when they're all built the same length. But it has to be the 6, 7, and 8. Those are your 3 big scoring clubs. And I think the 9 and the wedge have to begin to shorten to fold into your gap, sand, and lob wedge. Because, number one, that longer club in the gap wedge balloons the ball up in the air, which everybody knows. Then when you get to the 5-iron, they all whine about not getting the ball up in the air. Well, if you look at Bryson, his 3-iron is 39.5 inches long. It's not the same length as the club. Well, in reality, the 5-iron in this set is a 4-iron. And as far as loft is concerned, as far as I'm concerned, modern standard, 24 degrees loft is a 4-iron. So, that being the case, it's got to be a little longer. Because you just won't get enough club head speed to get the ball up in the air. But if you look at your 6, 7, and 8, and if you talk to a lot of tour players, they'll tell you, you know, it's from 6-iron on down where you make all your money. That's where you score. I feel like you can be more consistent with those clubs, and if you can be more consistent, you can certainly be more consistent with the 9 and the wedge just being just a teensy bit shorter to help bring that ball down a little bit. And I'm going to toy with putting a little weight up near the top of the golf club to bring that flight down. You might have something here. However, I caution you that you get into this. If you just go buying a set off the wall, you're making a big mistake. Big mistake. Big. you're going to be out the $800 or $1,000, whatever you spent. You're going to go, holy crap. Now, I'm biased because if I decide in the end, hey, this is really worth it, I'm putting it in my golf bag and I'm going to play with it, and I say, hey, I can make them for you for half the price and make you a better stick, I think. Because there's a lot to how you have to play with these shafts to make the set react distance-wise and ball flight-wise almost like a traditional club. But what's the upside? The upside is because the ball's in the same place every time because of the way the neck of the golf club is built. You're going to have more consistency, and you're going to be able to eliminate it right off the bat for the regular guy. You know, where do I play the ball with a forearm? Where do I play with a wedge? That's gone. The ball's going to be in one place the whole time. And I think you can develop a little more consistent swing with the shorter irons and hit the center of gravity of the golf club more often. If you hit the center of gravity of the golf club, you more than made up for the lack of length and shaft, in my estimation. However, once you get to a low enough launch angle, you're in trouble, which is why Bryson has a 39.5-inch 3-iron, I believe. I don't know. I haven't talked to the guy, but he won't talk to a knucklehead like me, but it just makes sense. Then his 3-wood is 44 inches and his driver is 45.5 inches. So if having the club at 37.5 inches, which is 7-iron length, was such a great idea, how come you're not doing that in the 3-wood and the driver? Why is it that the hybrid at 37.5 inches is a no-go? There's a big mistake. Now, Dr. Phil says, what were you thinking? Well, whoever designed the hybrid for this, you guys say, what the heck were you thinking? Because to make a hybrid weigh what a 7-iron weighs, which is a lot different, 7-iron might weigh 272 grams. A typical hybrid might weigh 249. You had to make it bigger and had a lot more mass to it, which made it heavy as all get out. And at 37.5 inches, you can't collect enough speed to get it up off the ground. So what I found is I was hitting, because I hit lots of balls last week, a ton. And I just took my regular 3 hybrid 19 degree and choked up an inch, and man, I was actually more consistent with it. So you can take a typical hybrid, shorten it just an inch, and then maybe hit the center of gravity more often, have a little more control of the golf ball. Yes, if you hold on to the entire end of the golf club, you might hit the ball further if you hit the center of gravity, but the bottom line result is consistency and hitting the center of gravity every time. So I started hitting a lot of drivers, choked up an inch, and hit 3-woods, choked up an inch, and hit my hybrid, choked up an inch. And I'll tell you what, I don't know, it's a bad idea. So hopefully you're getting the whole picture now of what's going on with this single-length golf club. I think the more I've gotten into it, it keeps getting better, not worse. But it's not to the point yet to where I can say to you, okay, look, you see this? I just made this, and guess what? You ought to have one of these. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there. All right, if you have any questions, you know where to find me. Bobby Lopez at quickfixgolf.com. Where is that? Here we go. If you haven't seen your swing on video yet, then what you want to do is send me your swing. Just get out your cell phone, take a video of your swing, send it to me absolutely free, and I'll do a complete analysis, send it back to you with a drill and everything. All right? Signing off here, the Wild Cuban, Bobby Lopez at quickfixgolf.com.